My name is Lindsay Snodgrass, and I am presenting a review of the book First In, Last Out, Leadership Lessons from the New York Fire Department by John Salka and Barrett Neville, with an introduction by Dennis Smith. Author John Salka joined the New York Fire Department in 1979. He worked his way up from frontline firefighter to lieutenant, then to captain, and finally battalion chief. His 32-year career included experiences teaching in the fire academy, commanding special operations, managing recovery efforts at Ground Zero, and writing numerous articles on the topic of leadership and firefighting. Contributions to the book were also made by Barrett Neville, a writer and business editor. The introduction to the book was written by Dennis Smith, a retired New York firefighter, author of 14 books, and a well-known public speaker. The purpose of this book is to provide strategies and techniques to all leaders, whether that is frontline workers or top executives. The authors try to discuss strategies that are being used in the New York Fire Department, and then explain how these strategies can be applied in other organizations. The target audience of this book is any individual who is interested in learning more about leadership. This book does an excellent job addressing leadership at all levels. For instance, this book speaks directly to novice leaders like myself, suggesting that new leaders find a mentor or volunteer for opportunities that will provide them with new learning experiences. In the New York Fire Department, this concept is exemplified when probies, also known as new firefighters, might ask to work on the busiest side of town in order to gain vital experience. This book has many strengths. For instance, the book provides real techniques and strategies that are being successfully implemented by the New York Fire Department. The New York Fire Department is a large and extensively complicated organization. To create a picture, at the time that this book was written, the New York Fire Department had 8,599 firefighters, 2,629 officers, 203 engine companies, 143 truck companies, 7 squads, 5 rescue companies, 3 marine companies, and a hazmat company. The author's idea is to learn from these strategies and practices used by the New York Fire Department, which are currently successful, and implement these practices in our simpler organizations. One shortcoming of this book is that it is established on the ideals of the New York Fire Department, which has a very specific mission, and this mission of saving lives and protecting property by fighting fires is not exactly comparable to the mission statements utilized in other organizations. Moreover, the New York Fire Department consists of employees whom are willing to sacrifice their lives. This organization attracts individuals who represent dedication, sacrifice, bravery, and loyalty. Regular business organizations are not necessarily made up of the same caliber of employees, which means that normal organizations may experience issues that are not experienced in the New York Fire Department. Finally, the New York Fire Department is an organization that is well established, and it is supported by history and legacy. Techniques that are successfully being implemented for the organization right now may only be working because the New York Fire Department is such a well-oiled machine. I do believe that the book meets its objectives. That is, the objective of this book is to address the big leadership questions, which include, what is the foundation of great leadership? How do you take your leadership to the next level? How do you get your people to focus on the things that matter? How does trust help you get the most out of your people? How do you create strong connections with your people? How do you make the right decisions? How do you lead for execution? How do you get your people to be fully engaged in their work? How do you make uncertainty and the flux to work to your advantage? How can you The book addresses these big leadership questions through storytelling, first-hand experiences, discussing personal failures, and highlighting the department's success. This book discusses how the department focuses on investing in the employees, cultivating leaders at all levels of the organization, putting individuals in positions to be successful, and allowing individuals to have the freedom to do the job they know how to do. The book discusses how to communicate clear objectives and how to incorporate innovation. These are only a few of the great topics that the authors discuss throughout the book. I absolutely recommend this book. This is a great book for individuals who are interested in becoming a leader, or for existing leaders who are committed to learning and growing their professional leadership skills.